Our lesson today, I was trying to find something to fit with the veterans. And then Pope Francis wrote this. He wrote it actually in 2017, but it fits so perfectly. It is titled, Worship to Maintain Your Faithfulness. The first factor that does not help maintain faithfulness is the social and cultural context in which we move. We live immersed in the so-called cultural fragmentation of the provisional, which leads us to live in an a la carte way and to be slaves to what is fashionable. This culture fosters the need to always have side doors open to other possibilities. It feeds consumerism and forgets the beauty of the simple and austere life, very often causing a great existential emptiness. A strong practical relativism has also spread, according to which everything is judged in relation to a self-realization that is often extraneous to the values of the gospel. We live in a society in which economic rules substitute for moral ones. Economics dictate the laws and impose their own systems of reference at the expense of the values of life. A society where the tyranny of money and profit promotes a vision of existence in which those who do not produce are discarded. In this situation, it is clear that one must first let him or herself be evangelized in order to engage in evangelization. To this factor of the socio-cultural context, we must add others. One of them is the world of youth, a complex world, at the same time rich and challenging, not negative, but complex, yes, rich and challenging. There is no lack of young people who are very generous, supportive, and committed at the religious and social level. Young people who seek a true spiritual life. Young people who hunger for something different from what the world has to offer. There are wonderful young people, and not just a few. But among young people, there are also victims of the logic of worldliness, which can be summarized as follows. The search for success at any price, for easy money and easy pleasure. This logic seduces many young people, and that seduction maintains well past middle age. Our task can be none other than that of the standing beside these victims of worldliness, the call of consumerism, and the effects of the economic law superseding or fully replacing that of moral law, and the laws of the ages derived from the 10 Commandments. Our task is to infect these victims with the joy of the gospel and of belonging to Christ. This culture must be evangelized if we want young people not to succumb to the evils of economics overtaking the governments of the developed world, and then throwing away so very many people simply for their inability to work a standard job in a standard way. In other words, standing or sitting 10 hours a day, using all of their body. Never hired for their exquisite minds, which they built up so to be able to be productive when the rest of their body wasn't. Do not allow these brilliant ones to be lost due to the limitations of consumerism and worldliness in this world today.